Now nearly $30 billion worth of education is going out of the country. In various forums, in many ways, I have conveyed this to the government and to everybody concerned, that what is needed is investment into education.
Sadhguru, 6 years ago, our Honorable Prime Minister launched the Make in India campaign, which is a major national movement to foster innovation, enhance skill sets, and also build best-in-class infrastructure. And in terms of medical healthcare, I would use the word healthcare, although you just brought out that point, we have the most brilliant minds as far as doctors are concerned, whether it is their knowledge, their abilities, or their skills, wherever they are in the world, they are really the best. We see many doctors who are really made a name for themselves in different parts of the world. Similarly, in terms of medical infrastructure, we have very good hospitals and we have very good medical institutions as well, medical colleges. But Sadhguru, having worked in the UK for 10 years and having worked in some of the best centers of excellence, how do we make a Harvard or an Oxford or a Yale or a Cambridge in India, and how do we develop leaders in medical education and in healthcare infrastructure and have a world rating that we have the best infrastructure, not only doctors, but we also have the best infrastructure relating to delivering medical care?
See, that's a very vital question for the country's development in this area, because we have 1.4 billion people. If we have a healthy and focused 1.4 billion people, then this very nation will become a miracle. But if we have unhealthy, unfocused, uneducated 1 billion people, we will be the greatest disaster. Right now we are at that time, at that juncture. In many ways, we are at that cusp. Either we are going to cross this chasm or we are not going to. In various forums, in many ways, I have conveyed this to the government and to everybody concerned, that what is needed is investment into education. If investment has to happen, you must open it up. I have been asking them to do this. Why don't you allow businesses to invest in medical schools, in engineering schools, whatever, highest level of education? Why I am saying this is, on one level, how many Indian students are going out to study? Hundreds of them are in Russia, now many of them are in China, many in Germany. Of course, United States they're not allowing, so everybody's in Caribbean, all right, to study and somehow enter the United States. Why is this happening? Why can't we provide the same level? But if you go to these universities, the premier universities in the world, whether medical schools or business schools, if you go, most of the deans are Indian origin people. Why is it we are exporting talent? We should export talent, that is fine if we have plenty. You always export something when it is excess. But you're exporting the best and you don't have that here, simply because there is no investment in the arena. And that should happen only if we open up our minds that somebody will invest only if there is profit, otherwise nobody will invest. And why will they invest? Why will I invest and work hard if there is no profit to it? Right now in this country, still profit-making is a evil word. Right now you see things are going on in the country, for everything they will say something, your suit is a big problem, okay, for them. They will put you under the suit boot category. I'm saying this, we have not dropped our socialist mindset. Is the government capable of really taking it to heights? I don't believe that. Well, some of the AIIMS institutions have functioned at the height, but they cannot scale up. They cannot scale up and create multiple universities like this or multiple hospitals like this. They cannot do it, and government should not do it, because it will be an unnecessary burden on the government. Government should make the policies which will make these things happen exuberantly. So, right now I'm saying, for example, if I say I want to start a medical university, I have you and let's say another 100 experts from across the world, I can put them together. If I put them together, will you give me 1,000 acres, allow me to raise investments, start a medical school? Maybe I will charge very high. But if students are willing to pay, parents are willing to pay because they are getting a certain quality that they don't have to travel to Harvard Medical School or some other, Royal Medical School in UK, they will get something as good or better here, it will happen. Right now, nearly $30 billion worth of education is going out of the country. Simply because we are not willing to invest, because we are afraid somebody will make money. Say, making money is not the issue. Creating quality education system is the real thing, isn't it? If you are interested in this. But right now we are in a socialist mindset, we don't even want to recognize there are different levels of economic strata in the country. At least 5 basic levels of economic strata. The poorest who just want to come out of that level, well, maybe for them you have opened up IITs, I'm sorry, not IITs, what do you call them? ITIs, small diploma courses, this, that, because you want to provide livelihood. There's another middle class which is everybody in that middle class is aspiring to be a doctor or an engineer. There's an higher middle class which is thinking of business and stuff like that. There are rich people who are thinking of something else in the form of education. So the many layers of India, you have to recognize that. You cannot say all of us go to ITI and become a diploma in mechanical engineering. It's not going to work. They will go to some other country and study, naturally. So I'm saying this can be only done if you relax the policy for private players to look at the needs of a given society and do that. I've gone to the extent of telling the authorities, why are you trying to manage education? Even school, I'm saying, why are you prescribing a certain curriculum and stuff? Why? Why are the bureaucrats doing this? Just leave it to me. I will run a school, I will charge 10 times what anybody else is charging. I will teach whatever nonsense I want to teach. Children are happy, parents are happy. What is your problem, I'm asking? What is your problem? When did it occur to you that a bureaucrat cares more about my child than myself? How did this idea come into your head? So, no, they will exploit. What will they exploit? You think parents are not able to figure out if their children are being exploited? If I teach nothing, will they just pay money and send their children to me? Will they do that? Only if some productivity is there, they are happy with what's happening with their children, then only they will pay, isn't it? So, just because, see, market force is always the best force to regulate things. Yes, there will be a period of time when an outburst of things will happen, but it will naturally settle down. What will make it settle down is quality. Right now, quality is not the criteria for settling down. Something else, government funding, this one, that one. I'm saying you leave this. If I say I want to start a medical university, don't ask me if I am a doctor or not. I am not. That's not the point. I want to start one. I'm willing to get the investment. Will you just open up all the permissions? No, you'll ask 1,000 questions. Those 1,000 questions will take a lifetime to answer, so I won't start one. Don't do this. This is the time. This is the time nation's education has to burst forth. Suppose I take people who have gotten the lowest marks in their 12th standard, because I see some competence there. What is your problem? Why are you saying they must get 95 or 98 or whatever is the standard for medical entry? I'm telling you, this may be very upsetting for a lot of people. I'm telling you, lot of people who get 35, 40 in their examinations are far more brilliant than those people who get 95, 100. It's a fact. But you will reject them because you don't want efficient doctors. You want somebody who's got zeros in his mark sheet. This is a ridiculous way of selection. No, we got NEET exam. What is NEET exam? It's again like general knowledge kind of exam. It is not really testing anybody's competence. If I set up a medical university, I will set up a completely different level of aptitude test whether you can be a surgeon or not. Just because you got 98, this doesn't mean your hands are good. Hello?
Absolutely.
Isn't it? You got 98. Does it mean to say that you have the steadiest hands and the sharpest focus in your life? Definitely not. You're just a memory machine.
Absolutely. So, totally agree with you, Sadhguru. Actually, investment in education has not happened the way it should have happened.